welcome back to my channel. And today this video has been long awaited, so I'm going to be talking to you guys about my fitness journey because I get a lot of questions. A lot of people ask me like, why did I start, when did I start, what got me into fitness and all that jazz. So letting you guys come into my life, get up close and personal into how I started my fitness journey. Most people think it started with Protein World, but it didn't. So let's just jump right into this. I wanted to do this video when I finally was like super ripped and super cut, but it's a process, so why not just talk about it? Why wait until I'm perfect? Let me talk about it when I'm still in, you know, the process of getting to where I want to go. So to start, let's start before my daughter was born. So I always went to the gym. I did always have a gym membership. I used to go to the gym, but I only did cardio. And it was funny because I would do cardio, like I would go from the treadmill to the elliptical and then go downstairs and do like the minimal leg work. Like literally like nothing. Like I'll do like a leg curl and not even like sets or reps. Like I'll just sit there and do like 20 leg curls and it's like, all right, I worked out, it's time for me to go home. So that was in like 2014, I want to say, that I was just like doing cardio, not really like lifting or anything. I actually got into lifting because of my daughter's father. He actually showed me what lifting was, and the first time I ever did it, I was just like, I don't like this. And it was like a squat and he made me take my shoes off, and I thought it was like the weirdest thing, and I was like, I don't want people looking at me like, what the hell? Like, what the hell is this? But I stuck with it and I got into squatting, I got into deadlifting, and then I started seeing like, yo, I really like this, I really like squatting, I really like deadlifting. And yeah, that's how I first got introduced into lifting. And then I was always like really terrified of the watering hole. I don't know if you guys have this at your gym, but I call it the watering hole because that's where like all the guys usually are. And it's like, you know, where the lateral pull down is and the rows, like where those machines are. I never liked going over there because I was like really intimidated by, you know, people who looked like they knew what they were doing. So I slowly started getting into like arm workouts and stuff like that. And then I started learning more about like compound movements and separating your days. Like your day should be, Monday should be back day, Tuesday should be chest and shoulders, Wednesday should be legs. Like that's just like how my routine is now. But you know, I started learning more and progressing more. Now let's fast forward to after I had my daughter and how I started this fitness journey. So I had my daughter and I did lose a substantial amount of weight. I was 209 pounds when I gave birth to her, and I got down to 180, but then I gained it all back because I was just really, really into eating my feelings, I guess. Looking back now, that's pretty much what it was. Like I was eating my feelings, but I would like order food really late and just eat it, and then eventually I just stopped going to the gym altogether. I just convinced myself that I didn't have the time to obtain my goal. So the gym took a seat in the back burner for a few months. So I went from going like 3 to 4 days to going 2 days to just going 1 day out of the week because I told myself like, I don't have the time. So I'm also drinking a protein shake because I just came from the gym, as I said earlier. So if you see the cup, that's what's going on. It's a protein shake. So after that, I just completely just stopped going to the gym. This was like back in August. So I just stopped going to the gym altogether. I was like, I don't have time. I was eating my feelings. I was really depressed. I was unhappy with the girl in the mirror, but I continued this all the way into the New Year. Well, December came and I was like, yo, my New Year's resolution, and I filmed a video, and my New Year's 2018, am I supposed to change, you guys? I'll link it down below. But one of my resolutions was that I wanted to lose weight. Like I wanted to get back into fitness. After I posted that video, I still wasn't really doing anything. Like I was just like, I think I posted it like 2 weeks before New Year's Eve, and I still didn't like jump into my workouts or anything. So the ball drops, New Year's comes and goes. My resolutions are still like up, like in the air. Like this is what I want to do, but I'm not really doing anything to, achieve them as like we all do with our resolutions. Well, some of us do. Um so I remember I had just come home from visiting family. I took my daughter a bath, I gave her dinner, she fell asleep, and I sat in the living room, and something in me was just fed up. Like I was just like, I am done feeling this way. Like I don't want to feel this way. Like I was so exhausted, but not just physically, but like mentally exhausted. And I got up, I went to the bathroom, I looked at myself in the mirror, and I literally like said this to myself. Like I looked at myself and I was just like, you're tired because you're working for someone else's dream. If you're gonna be tired, you're gonna work for yourself. Like I was so dead ass when I said this, because I complain a lot. I bitch a lot. I still do it. Like I think my overall message that I try to tell you guys is be positive, stay positive, and good things will come to you. I made a vow to myself that day, and I was like, if I'm going to be tired, I want to be dead. Like dead tired, like I can't even move. But I want to feel that way, because then at least I know that I worked towards myself, that I put in all the work that I could for the day, but I also put in work for myself. So I had this elliptical in the house that same night. After I said this to myself in the mirror, I put on a sports bra, I put on some workout pants and my sneakers, and I got on the bike for like an hour and like 30-40 minutes. As I'm on the bike, I'm listening to SZA's album Control. And if you guys have heard the album, if you haven't heard the album, go listen to it. Like, what the hell are you waiting for? Because it's more than just the weekend. Like, really listen to the words. But I listened to Supermodel, and I believe it's her grandmother who's narrating it. And she was like, the album opens with the grandmother saying, my greatest fear was that if I lost control or I did not have control, things would just, be fatal. And and then Supermodel starts, and just listening to her grandmother narrate it and talk about what it means to have control and what it means to lose control and what it means to stand up for yourself, that album literally changed my life, and I still listen to it to this day, like on repeat. Every morning I listen to Supermodel, because one of my biggest fears was not having control and feeling like I was just here. Like I'm just existing. Like I'm not working towards anything. And my life, everything that's happening is just happening because I'm not taking control of it. Like everything that was going on at that time was going on because I wasn't in control of myself. I wasn't in control of my feelings, my emotions. I just wasn't in control. I let the littlest things get to me. I still deal with that now, but I'm working on it, everything's a process. But at the time, I just really felt like I didn't have control, and I was sick and tired and disgusted with myself. Like I was like, I can't keep living like this. I can't keep feeling like this. And from that day, this was January 2nd, the 5th, I had ordered my Protein World products, and they came in, and I just took that head on. And I just like went with it, and I never looked back. I still haven't looked back. The reason why I didn't stop, and the reason why I can't stop, is because I feel so good knowing that I'm working for myself. Like I'm creating the body that I want. And aside from just looking good, I'm feeling good. Like my mind, the gym has always been my stress reliever. It has always been my my antidepressant. Like it has just always been there for me. Like no matter how inconsistent things may have been in my life, I know that I'm one workout away from feeling good. And I know that sounds so corny, but it's so true. Like I was working, like I was living my life like a robot. And I just wasn't working towards my end goal. I was working for somebody else's end goal. Now, my daughter is always my #1 priority, but I felt like I wasn't being good enough for her. I want my daughter to look at me and know that her mother is strong and she's working and she stuck to something. I've been very inconsistent in my life. There's been a lot of things that I've never followed through, but one thing that I can be honest about, like honestly look and say that I've never given up on it, even though if it did take a seat in the back burner, was the gym. And it was working on myself. And now that I'm like really getting into like the fitness world, like learning more about your body, learning more about just how food affects you, what workouts work on what muscle groups is what, like what are reps, what are sets, what are this, what are that, like do I go higher, do I go lower? Now I'm getting into like the more technical things, like I'm falling in love with it. The thing that started my fitness journey is that I was just tired of feeling defeated. I felt tired of feeling like I wasn't good enough. I felt tired of feeling like I wasn't doing anything for myself. That's what started it. And what keeps me going is not just the progression, but it's just like yo, you're doing it. Like you're doing it. Like like I look at my old pictures and I'm just like, yo, like I've come a long way. And now that I see what I look like, I'm just like, I can take it so much more further. I feel like, yes, I finally reached my goal weight, but how do I take it to the next level? And that's where I am right now on this journey. How can I take myself to the next level? I want to be able to like deadlift 400 pounds. Like I want to see more definition in my body. Like I just want to take myself to the next level. And that's where I am in my fitness journey. And I know a lot of people ask me, where do I find my motivation? My motivation is that I don't want to go back to being the girl that I was, because I feel like I even surpassed who I was before my pregnancy. I feel like I was so focused on getting back to my pre-baby body that it was like somewhere along this journey, I was like, I don't even want to be that. I want to surpass that. And I feel like I surpassed the girl that I was before baby. I feel like the person that I am now is more determined, is pushing herself more, is hungry for more than the girl that I was before. And that's it, guys. That was my fitness journey. If you guys are stuck somewhere in your journey, or you feel like you're not seeing the results that you want to see, the best advice that I could give you is that just trust the process and don't compare yourself to anyone. Like your journey is your journey, and what works for one person might not work for everybody. So just stick to it. Don't cheat your reps. Don't skip cardio. Stick to your plan and find something that works for you. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, like, subscribe. But you guys can definitely find me on Instagram, send me a DM. I am more than happy to answer any and all of your questions. I'll link my IG down below, my cart down below, if you guys want to see what my workouts consist of, what my day-to-day consists of, and then comment a purple heart down below if you guys want to see vlogs, as in like what I do in a day and what I eat in a day. What the hell do I do aside from the gym? Comment a purple heart for that, and comment a black heart for any and all of my workouts. So that was it. This is my fitness journey, what started it, what's continuing it, and why I'm not going back. I'm never going back, never going back. No, you can't make me. Never going back, never going back. Now, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment, like, subscribe, DM me, hit me up, you know, all that jazz, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.